Welcome back, Roadie Foodie fam, to another video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Just off the bat, this is going to be a whole week of me just basically promoting the second channel. All the information is down below, guys. Go ahead and get us over there. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers really fast so that we can start doing lives and having some extra fun over there. Also, on top of that, this whole week is going to be basically free food week because of a situation that I just found out. And also BK does it too. Your reward points expire. Some apps don't do that. So I figured that, you know, with the economy being that it is, that all these, billion-dollar corporations would be like, let the peasants have their reward points, their little reward points. So I didn't want BK to have my reward points. So we used them, baby. We used them. Also, on top of that, I'm going to show you guys a little hack that as I was going through the app, how you can basically get a double Whopper for $2. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's pull up the OG. And this is only if they didn't mess up my situation here. Okay, that's that one. I can already smell the lettuce is old. And I probably just dropped probably the biggest piece of lettuce that is in this so-called sandwich. This is a mess here. Just give me 1 second. All right. So, oh look, they spelled my name. L-U-P-A-E. That's not how you spell it. All right, so if you go on the app, guys, let's say, because we're all struggling, right? You only got a few bucks. On the app, sometimes they give you, I don't know why they don't just give away free drinks. It's cheaper, easier for everyone. People want to drink more than fries. But I got free fries with the purchase. So this is what you can get on the thingamabob for $2. Okay? You get a very greasy, see-through, soggy bun. Literally, I'm parked right out front. This is as fresh as it came. They even had me roll around the corner and park. This is what you get for $2, right? So we'll take a bite. You know, for $2, two thing is not bad. They're trying. BK had one shot to win me over, or to at least fall back on my stance. And this is just a great reminder. This is the soggiest. I don't know if you can see how moist and soggy. That's basically a pancake. The cool thing that they do have, though, at least, is any size fries free on the app if you buy something. The french fries are hot. Okay, you guys ready? Because when we get in, hopefully I don't drop everything. Un momento, por favor. On the app, you can customize stuff. So on the app, you can get a single patty Whopper Jr. for $2.50. You can get a Whopper, I think for like $7 or something, $8, I don't know, wherever you live. Or you can order a double cheeseburger like we just had, customize it to have the lettuce, pickle, onion, mayo, 2 patties down the hatch. So you just got yourself a $2 Whopper Jr. Double Whopper Jr. This one is as soggy as the other one, but it does taste a little better. It's not even that busy here. 5 cars maybe. It looks like the employees park over there. I know some of you guys love it out there, but this is a $2 double Whopper Junior hack. You're welcome. Use at your discretion. I say don't overdo it, because remember Chipotle, when one of their little hacks got popular, they switched it up and said party's over. We know everyone's struggling, but the CEO, baby, got to get that second yacht. Again, another soggy situation. Real sad. You know, and I've had fresh little patties from BK, and it doesn't look like that gray. You'll get like a really dark, rich, darker brown, and it'll be like sizzling, and it'll just be off the hook. But I wanted to use my reward points because I didn't want them to expire. Tomorrow's video is probably going to be McDonald's or one of the other ones. I'm going to go through all my apps. I got to see what I have for Taco Bell. So other than, I think, Crumble and Dunkin', I think most of them expire, man. Why do things like that expire? You've earned those. Those are yours. I don't understand it. I mean, I understand the greediness part of it, but that's why, you guys remember back in the day, this is how old I am, back in the day when you had what were they called, gift cards used to have an expiration date on them. They finally made that illegal, to my own understanding. If it's different now again, let me know. But there you go. Short and sweet video. Free food week. Make sure you guys follow us on our second channel down below, and I'll talk about it a little bit. I'm probably going to repeat myself this whole week, but this is just for if, like, you know, people see it at different times or only see certain videos, and I'll explain a little bit. If you don't know quite why we don't typically do BK videos, I'll explain it a little bit. So with RHODE Foodie, I want to, and I talked to some other YouTubers and some marketing folks, and, you know, I did my due diligence, and I wanted to separate, you know, RHODE Foodie, it's Rhode Island food. I want to separate the localness, right? And we're just having fun this week. I know it's going to be a week of like fast food, but hear me out. Ooh, a little burpee. Whereas the new channel is going to be more lifestyle. So it's basically a huge umbrella. We're not pigeonholed, right? So, you know, sometimes when we were doing like some of our vlogs, this, that, and the other, people were always saying, can't wait for you to hit the road. And they found us from our traveling videos and vice versa. They're like, hey, when's your next food video? You're doing too many vlogs. We missed this and we missed that. So I think to separate the two, because as you guys know, we're going down, the real start of the next channel is going to be in about a week. I want to use this week to see how many subscribers we can get to come over. And then we'll start vlogging, because we're going to be driving down to Tennessee to look at land. And hopefully, if everything looks good and amazing, we might actually get the land, which is awesome. So with that being said, you know, I want to do the off-grid living and traveling. and the different types of lives that don't really, you know, we're not at a restaurant eating, we're just chatting, you and I, guys, you know, just a bunch of amigos in a room. Whereas RHODE Foodie, keep it really segmented to local Rhode Island food. Now, to talk about BK for a second. Burger King, man, I don't know. I had high hopes for today. I said, you know what? Let me go around lunchtime, right, earlier in the day. Grab some well-known items. It's not like we grabbed anything that, like chicken or an iced coffee or nothing cray-cray, right? And I was really hoping that I would like it. Lindsay, this is for you. And not Lindsay, not crazy Lindsay, we know. Lindsay, YouTube Lindsay. She's been waiting for us to do a BK video, and you just saw what the heck was delivered to us. You know, a part of it, a lot of it was nostalgia, was just growing up. You know, the BK of today was not the BK of yesterday. And it sucks because, you know, for a long time, you got that flame broiled flavor, and the Whoppers used to just, it didn't matter. It was like the equivalent of, you know, some people say, oh, I just want a piece of chocolate or ice cream to make my day feel better and all that. There's a big section of us that were like, you know what? We're gonna get a Whopper, baby. We're gonna get a Whopper. It's gonna fix our day. We're gonna brush ourselves off, and we're gonna continue just smashing out the day and the week, right? And just, we've had, I don't know if we just have the worst luck. And I went to different BKs. I've never been to this particular BK either. I was like, you know what? Let me give BK a fresh stance, a fresh, you know, a fresh chance. And I did. And here we are, eating soggy bread, old meat, and old lettuce. But you might be one of the lucky few that live next to a really good one. And if you do, good for you. Consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky. So what does all this mean? It means we boycotted BK for a long time. I was trying to get the CEO to shut them all down and revamp the same way Domino's did. Now, is Domino's the best pizza? Is it gourmet? Does it come from Italy? No. But when I tell you that Domino's used to be worse before their relaunch, I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. Ask anybody who's old as me. You know, I'm basically 2 steps away from a nursing home, and I'm telling you, Domino's used to just be like, what the hell is this? And I remember, unless it's a Mandela effect thing, I remember the CEO doing a commercial saying, yeah, we have, you know, our pizza sucks. We have to step up, and we're going to do better. And I remember them shutting them all down. And then I think they gave away like a bunch of free pizzas. And then now it's decent fast food pizza. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to play favoritism either. You know, have I had bad meals at like Chick-fil-A or Taco Bell? Yes. But I've also had decent. And I've never had a string of just bad luck and a string of just bad meals than I did from BK. And I know me saying this out loud, I'm probably never going to get a BK deal or anything else. And I don't think anybody really gets a BK deal anyways. And I'm okay with that. But I wish that maybe if one was like locally owned by a husband and wife or you know, a family that just owned one, and it was like a co-op where the employees were also part owners, and they actually cared about the food that came out and cared about cleanliness, and actually had a customer service line where they actually pick up, or where you can leave advice or feedback on. And inside was clean, and the bathrooms didn't look like freaking a disaster zone. I think it would do well. And I always said that. But, you know, you have these corporations that own like 50 of them, or they have a whole territory and this and that. And, you know, they claim that it's efficiencies is where it's at, and this and that. We can streamline processes, and never happens. Never happens. So, do I still think that BK has a chance in today's climate? I don't think that they do if they continue down this path. But who am I? I'm just some random dude from Rhode Island. I have zero power. I have zero influence. But I hope and I pray and I manifest that they get a CEO, or that the current CEO shuts them down, revamps them, pays their employees well, does amazing training. And actually, you know, I think back in the day when everything was just booming, right? Especially for the boomers, you know, they got everything. They got everything. They got all the pluses of society. But we live in a different world now. We live in an absolute different world. And yes, did fast food, unless you were like a manager or something, was it just like a summer job? It's not like that anymore. We can't keep comparing the now and the future to the past. It's just not. You have some people that are literally working full time at BK just to make ends meet, with probably driving Uber on the side, or selling candles on the weekends. Or, I mean, you know, back, you know, during the boomer time, one person, all they had to do was work, and the rest of the family could stay at home, and they can go on their 2.5 vacations a year, and have 2.5 children, and have 2 cars, and have this and have that off of one salary. It's just not like that anymore. I was speaking to a gentleman the other day, and he was showing me his parents' house. He was a bartender at a place, and he's like, I moved in back with my parents. He's like, I just can't make it, man. And he told me, you know, he told me vulnerably how much he was making. I was like, dude, that's great. And he went to a new restaurant because they offered him a little bit more. And he's like, I just can't, man. It's like these places want $2,500 for a 1-bedroom, like situation, or like $3,100 for a 2-bedroom if you want to split it with someone. And he's like, my parents bought this house back in the, I forgot what he said. I think it was like the 80s or 90s. I think it was in the 90s. It was 80s or 90s. I forget when it was. It was around that time era. And he said they bought the house for $38,000. And I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm not going to look up what $38,000 is equivalent to today, but I'm going to guess maybe two to 300,000 maybe. I don't know. Don't judge me. But if one of you guys want to check it out rather. He said if they were to sell now, and they're not going to, that they could get about $650,000. It's wild. It's wild out here, guys. So, what does all that mean? The second channel. Go check us out over there. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers soon. And, you know, we're going to play around with some off-grid and some tent living, and hopefully some homesteading. And I'm going to mix in. I'm not leaving Rhode Island. I'm not leaving Roadie Foodie. I just want to start slowly peppering in that, because, you know, unfortunately, as a student of history, things get worse before they get better. And I think that the system that we have in place right now, and it's not really a political issue. I think it's a class issue. They got us squeezed. They have us squeezed, and they can sniff out that there's a little bit more that we can get squeezed, and then there's going to be that Rubicon area, and they're going to stop right before the Rubicon, where they're going to be like, oh, you know, actually, this is going to happen now, and everyone's going to get relief, and then they're going to give us a little relief for a few months, and then right back to just absolutely pillaging us. So, you know, it's so funny. Back in the day, they used to actually teach people to grow their own food, make their own things, not have such a disposable society. You used to be able to keep everything. Appliances used to have lifetime warranties and all this stuff, and it's like healthcare too. Oh my God. See, this is why we need a second channel, so we can go talk about this stuff. We're supposed to be just talking about food here. But anyways, I love you guys. Make sure you go check us out, second channel. Tell all your friends. The sooner we can get to 1,000, sooner we can go live over there. And it's okay if it's going to take a while. I mean, it's a different type of channel. But we will be doing some food stuff over there. So don't think it's just not. Food is gone. Food is just always going to be part of my life. But I'm excited to do more vlogs and everything else right over there. All right, guys. Until next time, be well, eat well, and take care of each other. Ciao.